Hello guys, and welcome back to another Remembering Forgotten Memories episode. I meant to do this one a week ago, back when it was, relevant with the news cycle, but, other stuff came up that day instead, so it didn't end up happening. But anyway, with the passing of O.J. Simpson, totally reminded me, none of us have really forgotten, the white Bronco chase, but as a little kid, just that day is so burned into my brain, it's ridiculous. The weirder part is how my brain wants to remember it as having gone on for days, and my mom remembers it the same way. It's like some weird Mandela effect. I guess they were just replaying the video of the chase over and over and over, maybe, but we thought it was ongoing all that time, apparently, but regardless, so I'm sitting in my bedroom at that point in time. I think it was summer vacation, not too far into it, if I remember right. I had the foldable card table up in the middle of my room, because I was doing arts and crafts time, so, needed a good workspace. Didn't always have that table up in there, but if I'd had my way, would have been in there 24/7 for that same exact purpose. So, I'm sitting there, and I've got my book of, kids' crafts there that, anytime I had free time, pretty much I whipped through there and found stuff to make. Probably should come as no surprise that I grew up to still be a crafter. So, anyway, I wish I still had that book, so I would show you guys how to make the stuff in it, either for beginning crafters, for kids, if you're a parent, trying to keep the kids busy, if you're an instructor and need a classroom thing. I wish I still had them so I could show you guys them, because some of those I've never seen pop up anywhere else again, but anyway, beside the point. So I'm sitting at my table, and I've got, I remember something, it was something with paper plates and markers. I think I was, trying to do, some kind of, sun catcher kind of thing attached to it. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But, anyway, I'm sitting there, just living my best life. I've got my little teal, very 80s teal radio sitting up on the table, and being the nerdy little kid I was, I had talk radio on. It wasn't even music, I had talk radio on, and they cut into it with the O.J. Simpson chase. And I don't think I really realized what was happening at first, or how big a deal this was going to become historically. And I'm just kind of doing my thing, and the more intense it's getting, the more I'm finding myself putting the markers down. I'm just listening what is going on? This is crazy. Eventually at one point, I pick my radio up, I go out into the living room, and I'm like, Mom, you're not gonna believe what's happening right now. There's, this weird car chase that, the radio is, for some reason, following. She's like, look at the TV right now. And, of course, it's the live feed of exactly that. I'm just like, oh my god, this is the same one. She's like, yeah, it's the same one. So she tried to, explain the situation of what exactly was happening. It still, I think, was largely over my head at that age, but I was pretty little. But I was just, glued to the TV, so I turned my radio off. We're both sitting there on the couch just what's gonna happen? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, has there ever been something like this before? She's like, oh yeah, of course. And I was like, how do they end? She's like, well, sometimes they crash. Sometimes they just stop and turn themselves in. Sometimes there's a spike strip somewhere, and I'm like, I want to see a spike strip. Sometimes it's a shootout. I was just like, oh, somebody might die? She's like, they could. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So now, hearing how potentially high the stakes are, now I'm really glued to this thing. And again, it felt like it went on for days, but according to Google, it claims 2 hours. Whole thing happened in 2 hours. I'm like, we can't be the only ones that remember it feeling like it went on way longer than that, right? I could swear it was longer than that. But anyway, so I'm just like, this is so weird, it's so crazy! But yeah, so there was that, and then that was kind of the last I'd heard of it for a bit, and then I find out what the guy did, and was just horrified. I was like, why would there be people in the world who would do something like that? And just my little naive kid brain couldn't comprehend that. And then, of course, all the televising of the trials and stuff. Now, by this point, now I'm freaking invested, so it's just first thing of its kind I had ever watched, even though I was just a little elementary school kid. Probably shouldn't have been watching stuff like this, but I did anyway, but just what? But yeah, just like the whole thing, I didn't comprehend how somebody could be that evil. I didn't comprehend how something like this could happen in the world. Just, what? But anyway, so fast forward a couple of years, and I forget what exactly brought the topic back up again. OJ must have been in the news cycle for something. I don't know. But my dad mentioned, did you know your Aunt Donna dated him for about a minute? I'm like, no. And I hope you're wrong. And he's like, I'm not. She did. You can ask her the next time you see her. Oh, God. So I did. The next time I had a sleepover at my cousin's house. Mind you, it wasn't just like me sleeping over. No. I waited until 1 where it was like somebody's birthday. I don't know. And probably like 20, 30 kids there. And had our sleepover. Next morning, most of the kids are still asleep, but I'm awake because I always wake up like crackhead o'clock early. Always have my whole life. But my aunt is up, mostly because like one of the goodie bag toys was like these 2 weird, these balls that kind of felt like chalkboard material, but like if you like hit them together, they would make sparks. I don't know what those would be called, but like I had figured out, hey, if I hold one in my hand and kind of bounce the other one on top of it and try to hit it, not only is it a challenge now, oh, look at all like the sparks happening and a little puff of smoke with each one. I was like, these are cool. Granted, getting green all over my hands from the color on the balls. But everybody had different colors. I got green and it matched the nail polish that was in my goodie bag. The first green polish I ever had in my life. Oh, sup. I'm still wearing green polish to this day. But anyway, so I'm doing this, and she comes out, says good morning, wants to know if I want breakfast, you know, the usual. So she's making me breakfast, and I just blurt out in, like, the most not subtle way in history. I was like, so did you really date O.J. Simpson? She just, like, stops and looks at me. I don't know why you asked me that, but yes, I did. It's just like, you're so lucky you didn't die. He killed his wife. And just like, no tact at all, right? No chill. And she just like, yeah, real lucky. I only went out with him like 3 or 4 times ever. I was like, well, good, because he's scary. I'm glad you didn't marry him. I'm glad you married Uncle Jack. It was just like, and I was like, but like, so for real, you dated him. Yes, I have pictures. I was like, you have pictures of you and a murderer? And she's like, yes. I was like, can I see them? Because I'm me and I'm just curious about everything. And yeah, alright. So she makes me my food. I'm sitting there eating and she disappears off in her bedroom somewhere. She comes back a little while later. Here you go. I was like, on one hand, I cannot make the connection between the girl in the photo and her at this moment in time, because she looked like she could have been older than, like, maybe 16 or something. Like, I don't know if she was actually that, but she looked that young. And I was just like, oh my god, you're a baby. But, like, no messing who freaking OJ is in this. I was like, oh my god, I'm so creeped out. Take him back. Oh, okay, yeah, I want to see them. I don't want to see them anymore now. I saw them enough. Take them away. I'm just, oh. She's like, well, you're the one who wanted to see them. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry I did. I had to know that it was the same guy. I don't know why, but yeah. No chill. No tact. Just a complete asshole. Like, can you imagine being in her shoes? Getting sidelined with this. And of course, by this point, kids are waking up, and now some of them have, like, overheard a little of this, and they're like, wait, what? I want to see. It's just like, oh god, I've made things so awkward for her without meaning to, and I feel bad about it still. But, like, oh my gosh. So, not gonna lie, the news came out about him dying last week. First thing I did, rushed to her Facebook. Just kind of had to know. Is she gonna, like, post them? If she posts them, I'm gonna make them the thumbnail of this video. But she didn't post them, so I can't grab them. I was hell of expecting it to be a thing. I think we all were. So, I'm glad she didn't. I'll check one more time. Watch it be like making a lie review now. Watch her totally have done the thing. Let me look. Oops, wrong person. Yeah, she did not. Or if she did, she deleted them now. Because I thought for like half a second that she did, but they're definitely not there now. So I don't know if she had them up for like a minute, because I feel like she did. But that day was kind of a blur, not gonna lie. But I was just like, kept checking back like, I just have to know if she's gonna do the thing. I need to know. I need to creep myself out all over again. Anyway, that's my story. There is no punchline to this. It's not that interesting, but it is a thing I remembered when it hit the news cycle when he passed. So, anyway, that's it for this one. So, as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.